Alright, greetings everyone, this is Mac here. I'm just going to give you a little tour and update for Minecraft and what I've done so far with the Better Than Wolves mod. Kind of set a goal for myself to produce videos every Monday, but didn't quite work out this weekend as I was substantially ill all weekend. Not really feeling up to commentary and stuff. See, I've got an enchanting room set up here now on the upstairs of the house, which is partially upgraded into stone blocks, but I haven't quite finished that product or the process of doing that yet. You can see that this is a feature of the mod. These are obsidian pressure plates to operate doors, and they only operate when the human player steps on them, so I can use it on both sides and the mobs won't set off the pressure plate to get into the house, which comes in pretty handy at nighttime when the zombies are beating on the door, which is why I put the iron door on the front there. Outside here it's all wheat and sugar cane now because I've got a underground lab for my marijuana production now. We'll go downstairs and it's a little different than it used to be. You can see I've constructed an anvil, which is like an advanced crafting table. It's got 4x4 blocks. You can build more advanced things, most of which I haven't got to yet. I did make a mattock, which is basically a shovel and a pickaxe made out of soul-forged steel rather, and I've enchanted this one to efficiency 3. Haven't made a whole lot with that because as you'll see a little later on, the soul-forged steel is kind of a pain in the ass to build. This here is a pulley with an elevator, sort of a work in progress. I haven't had the time to complete that one yet. This here is a turntable, which is spinning that redstone back and forth and sending a signal to a gearbox that's underneath there, and that's operating this bellows. Because usually I use this to cook food in my stewing pot, but sometimes you want to render things to make glue and such. And if I flip that switch, then the bellows kicks in. You can see the flames get hotter, and I can render things with it, which is pretty cool. But it took me a little while to work that out, but I did work it out. I ended up having to put stone blocks on here just to cover up all the gearboxes and axles running beneath there. I forgot I moved my chest, but I'm going to go ahead and block this off because I don't need to see this anymore. Just wanted to show you the turntable operating the redstone, which basically if you run that into a gearbox like that one there, which it isn't running into, but it'll intermittently turn it on and off, and that's how you get the oscillating effect on the bellows. Otherwise it'll just stay expanded and it won't pump up and down like that. I'm going to go ahead and cover this up as well. I just wanted you guys to see the bellows in action. Alright, the other thing I built, which I mentioned already, is an automated hemp farm. Basically it's just a bunch of repeaters with redstone on a switch, so I can just flip the switch and it'll harvest the top layer of my hemp. Just like so. I think I'm going to have to expand the waterways because all too often it happens where the hemp just gets thrown out. But other than that, it works well. That's kind of the workings right there. Very basic redstone wiring. But works pretty well. Other than the fact I needed to channel this out and put 2 more water channels so I can just collect my stuff and go about my business. But hemp production is quick and easy, and with these lights on top, the hemp grows pretty quick, especially with the second stage. So you can see I just harvested, and already there's 3 plants that are ready to go again. But usually I just come down here periodically and check out. I don't think I'm going to have any issues with harvesting that going forward. I moved my furnaces all downstairs, other than my cooking furnace for food, which I actually moved upstairs. That's my food box. That's kind of my catch-all box there. So enchanting room is not quite complete. I'm just working on getting enough sugarcane harvested to make enough books to make bookshelves to go all the way around. I did get some glowstone up top just because I didn't have to worry about wiring and stuff, just to get the room lit up a little bit. I have to say I like the texture pack's take on the enchanting table. Sort of multicolored ruins flowing into the book, and just the animations on it. The table itself is pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and sack out, just so it's not so dangerous wandering outside, and I'll show you the rest of the cool shit that's outside. Alright, it's a brand new day. We'll head outside. If I can get through the door. Like I said, I started converting the whole thing into stone blocks, my little mill here, and you can see I've dyed the blades of the windmill as well. And I put a few of the, these are actually vanilla Minecraft light blocks on the roof, as well as some torches, just so that creepers don't spawn up there, because I had a creeper spawn on the roof, and when I was out first thing in the morning, came out to feed my cows, a creeper fell right around there and blew up, and cows were wandering everywhere, the dispenser and blocks and food. It was just a mess, and I just have to say I hate creepers. I like to come out every morning and just breed some more. I need to kill chickens soon. Yeah, there they go. Planted some more flowers here. This is eventually going to be my brewery to make potions and such. I haven't wandered around the Nether enough to locate a fortress and acquire blaze rods to get that process going, but that's probably going to be one of my next things to do. I'm going to just show you the Nether real quick here. I just built a basic cobblestone. There tends to be a huge amount of gas that spawn here, and you can see they've blown out several of my window panes. I haven't really done anything here. I haven't done any exploring. Basically all I've been doing is mining netherrack, and you can see I've got a huge channel of netherrack that I've mined out. And I did go out to get some glowstone too, just because you need that to make both the light blocks, actually, the vanilla and the Better Than Wolves mod light blocks. But I'm hoping once I get in here and walk around, I'll be able to find a fortress pretty easily and get going with potion making as well. Let's go back home. Alright, we're back here. This here is my kiln. Use that to make pottery. I guess I should grab some clay. Oh, I got some spiders lurking in my abode. You can see that bow seems pretty awesome. That's another facet of the mod. It's actually a composite bow, and it's enchanted to power 1. Composite bows are made with bone and wood, and they're quite a bit more powerful than a regular stick bow. So it takes a little bit of doing because you need glue as well to make that. But I figured once I had that, I'll just toss my old bow and enchant this one with a pretty low level enchantment. But usually it's a one-shot kill with most of the mobs I see. So pretty sweet there. I did build a wall here just because I'm having issues with creepers non-stop. Not complete down here because I need to craft some more hibachis, but up here is, yeah, I got this unsightly gearbox sitting there as well, but I had to do what I had to do. This is a crucible, and you can use that for smelting. You could smelt iron, gold, make glass in it. It works the same as the stewing pot, only it burns hotter. And this one has to be stoked at all times, so I've got a bellows down there, which is what that gearbox is for, because I had a bellows working on my kiln as well, and I just figured I'd use the same timing circuit. Space-wise, it didn't work out. I was one block off, but I figured, screw it, I'll just go with what I got. So these are both running off the same turntable redstone circuit design on a gearbox to keep that bellows going, as the stewing pot that I had rather down there. I'm gonna grab some clay and just show you how to make pottery real quick. And I have clay, so that's good. So you have to use the turntable and the kiln to make the crucible right there. In order to do that, I've got 2 turntables here. They're both spinning, you can see, because the cloud's coming up shows that they're powered. Basically, you have to make a block of clay and put it on there, and it's going to spin around. It throws off clay as it spins, so that's a crucible. These are planters, which I haven't used yet, but I'm interested in exploring that soon. Vases, and that's an urn, which is what I've been using a lot so far. So now I got a couple urns. All you have to do is place them inside the kiln, and it's going to cook them. And when it's done, it turns into just a floating, like a dropped object, just like that. And this one I finally did finish, so it's got all, it's a 3x3 hibachis powered by the bellows, which sits right there running off that gearbox. You could probably hear the silent screaming in the background, and that's my mill grinding up netherrack. So this one killed me because 99 times out of 100 I like to figure stuff out for myself. I was having a nightmare getting this automated mill running. I actually had to watch this fellow's videos. It's Say 52. He does a lot of really good Better Than Wolves mod videos, and I had to break down. He does some live gameplay stuff. He does instructional, like how to build stuff videos, which is what I ended up watching to figure out how to make this mill run so that I didn't have to sit there. Because if you leave the mill sitting there, it throws stuff all around, and then if I'm not there to pick it up, eventually it will vanish. So I've got the water flowing in, and oddly enough, the only thing I forgot to do when I was setting this up was place the signs, because I was getting stuff stuck in corners, but the signs flow everything down into this hopper, and then I get all my ground netherrack, which is what I need for making Soulforge steel. And if I go outside, I believe I showed this before, the soul sand inside a powered hopper. The only exception is you have to place a urn underneath, otherwise you're wasting resources. And then if I throw 8 of these into the hopper, I get the 8 hellfire dusts, and then I get a soul urn, which is basically an urn filled with the souls I captured from the ground netherrack. I'm going to go ahead and make 3 of these up. Alright, and I'll do the rest later once I get more urns up here so I can process that. And I'll show you the best use of the crucible and why I actually built it. If you take carbon powder, iron ingots, and soul urns and cook them in a crucible, then you get the soul forged steel, which is what you need to make the anvil, like I had downstairs, as well as the advanced tools like the mattock. There's also a battle axe you can make, and then eventually you can craft plate mail armor out of it. And just like that, you get soul forged steel. It's a pretty expensive process, and like a lot of the mod, which is a feature I like about it, it takes a lot of work to get this advanced stuff, but it's very satisfying when you do, because you feel like you've earned it, and it's not just a hack or a cheat. So props to Flower Child, because so far I've really enjoyed this mod. Makes a lot of things which seem trivial before, like redstone and especially the netherrack, become a lot more useful. I'm actually going to cook this hellfire dust. Make sure you don't have the bellows on because it will explode. And I need this concentrated hellfire blocks, is what you use to make hibachis, and I do need some more for my crucible. It just speeds up the cooking time on that stuff. I'll leave, well, I need that still, I guess. One other thing I did discover on my own, just playing with some of the filters on the mill. If you put a wicker filter in the hopper and then throw gravel in there, okay, I made it. It gives you flint for everyone and sand, which is kind of hacky to me, but I don't have to worry about collecting flint anymore to make arrows. So I guess that's neat. Go go ahead and put my stuff away here and get to grinding my screaming netherrack. That works out nice because I don't have to, I always end up with a ton of gravel, which ends up being useless unless you want to drop it and dig into it to try to get flint out of it. And it's giving me a little buildup of sand to go with it, which is nice. You can see by my map here, I haven't done a whole lot of exploring. Basically, I was just wandering around trying to find those chickens initially. And as it turns out, I may have to break down and breed some pigs too. Just because you can make stick dynamite, which you can throw, and eventually mining charges, which sound to be really interesting, but I need tallow to do that, and to get tallow you have to cook down things in the stewing pot, like food items, steak or chicken, in there under high flame, and it cooks it into tallow. Apparently, from what I read on the recipe list on the Better Than Wolves mod, pork works best to get that fatty tallow. So I'm going to have to probably break down and build myself, I'm thinking I'm going to build a pig and a sheep farm down there somewhere. That way I can use the pigs just to make tallow, and then I'll eat the steak. Oh, hello. One shot kill. That's the plus power composite bow at its best. It's a sweet addition there. That's all I've done so far in the limited time I had this weekend with my illness and such, but got a little bit of good work done. I sure would like to get out and explore this landscape a little more as well, like I said, is to go into the nether and see if I can't find myself a fortress so I can get some blaze rods and start crafting potions. So that'll be what to look forward to. I might do a little live gameplay this weekend, depends on how time and health allows, but like I said, I am feeling a little bit better. I'm kind of stuffed up, but it's nowhere near as bad as it was. Saturday was terrible, and Sunday was a little better, but not much better. Everything's going well now, so everybody take it easy, and we'll get you an update next week. Hopefully it will fall into my planned once a week on Monday schedule, but we'll see how it goes. If you have any questions or comments, let me know. Ideas of what I should build, I might look at them. I like to, like I said, figure stuff out on my own when I can, but this mill was just kicking my ass, and I had to look on YouTube. So again, shout out to BattleSafe52. Great videos, helped me out and kept me trucking. Other than that, take it easy, everybody, and we'll catch you next week. Thanks, guys.